Ladies and gentlemen,
I am ready.
Go ahead.
You're listening to Autoglim Tin Top Tuesday for fans of everything with a roof.
Unless I'm very much mistaken, it's Tuesday. And it's Tin Tops. It must be Tin Top Tuesday.
Wow! It's Tin Top Tuesday!
We do like our listeners. Playing this little intro especially for one of our regular listeners, Harry. But that's as much as you're going to get, Harry. Sorry about that, because we always start Autoglim Tinsel Top Tuesday with a bit of this. It just sort of gets us in the mood, doesn't it? Best Christmas song ever? I reckon. What's tonight all about, everybody? Great to have you listening. Thank you very much indeed for joining us here for our traditional festive feel-good show, Autoglim Tinsel Top Tuesday. Bit of Christmas music, we'll do a bit of that.
Can't wait to see
Loads of your emails, if you please. Loads of them have already come into the studio. Studio@tintoptuesday.com. It's our normal email address. Studio@tintoptuesday.com is how you get in touch with us.
And it's been so.
And I reckon for 2025, Autoglim might just give away one last package of joy to look after your automobile. To the best image that we get. Autoglim Image of the Week. The lines are open. Studio@tintoptuesday.com. You could just send us a picture of your decorations at home. Hope you've all got them up. Very disappointed if you haven't. Particularly if there's a BTCC theme to it. But if not, that's absolutely fine as well. And any pictures that you've got from the year, send them in, studio@tintoptuesday.com, and those very nice partners at Autoglim will send the best one, a package of joy, hopefully in time for Christmas, but we can't guarantee that. We are a little bit earlier. Normally we would do it next week, but we're doing lots of Christmassy things up at Silverstone, so that's why we do Autoglim Tinsel Top Tuesday tonight. We couldn't let you down. What else have we got in store? Some of our favourite people from Autoglim Tin Top Tuesday. They'll be joining us tonight.
I'll take a look at the driver next.
I'd also like to know what is your favourite piece of Christmas music, and we'll see. We did that little intro for Harry. That's Sabaton and Christmas Truce. But if you have a particular favourite bit of Christmas music, we'll have a look in our archives and see if we got it, see if we can play it out this evening. But more than anything, we want your emails. Studio@tintoptuesday.com is our email address, and we're looking for your Autoglim images of the week.
Top to toe in tailbacks. Oh, I got red lights all around. Driving home for Christmas, yeah. Get my feet on holy ground. So I sing for you, though you can't hear me when I get through. Go and feel you near me. Driving in my car, driving home for Christmas. Driving home for Christmas with 1,000 memories. I take a look at the driver next to me. He's just the same. He's driving home, driving home, driving home for Christmas.
So we absolutely couldn't have a festive edition of Autoglim Tin Top Tuesday without our Christmas Commander-in-Chief, I think it's fair to say, Dr. Paul Trafford. Hello, Traff. Merry Christmas to you.
Happy Christmas.
So I'm going to be completely honest to everybody. We are recording this a few days before our broadcast for a very simple reason. You're doing one of these sort of Christmas trips that everybody dreams about.
But there's something called the International Council of Motorsport Sciences, which is based in America, mostly for medical people to do with motor racing. And they used to have a meeting in December in Florida, which was absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, I should say.
And the sun would shine, and it'd be pleasant. And it's now moved to Indianapolis.
Okay.
Where I've been stuck for 2 years when I've been there because of snowstorms. But
wow.
I'm off to New York with my wife. We're going to do a bit of shopping and Christmassy things.
How lovely.
And then nipping over to Indianapolis for a couple of days for a meeting.
So is that not too far? I don't know the geography. Is that a long way when you say nip over?
No, well, it's not too far up in a plane. I mean, it'd be a long way to walk. It's a couple of hours, so it's not so bad.
Okay, very
but
good.
it's just the weather. I was looking; it's -10 in Indianapolis at the minute. So.
Yeah, but is that not nice and Christmassy for you,
it's
Traff?
lovely.
Yeah.
It's lovely. You just have to take appropriate clothes.
Yeah,
we were looking last week, and it was actually 17 degrees in New York.
Wow.
And I was thinking, oh my God, what clothes do you take? Because I'm going to be -10 in Indianapolis and 17 in New York.
Yeah, that's a bit different, isn't it?
But at least New York's gone cold now as well, so that's good.
But isn't New York seen to be one of those must-do before the end of your life Christmas
I don't know,
trips?
have you ever been?
No, not at Christmas time. No.
It is. I've not been for a few years, but it's absolutely stunning. Normally, they do. The Americans do Christmas very well.
Yeah.
In terms of decorations, not in everything else, but in decorations and making it look Christmassy, they're very good. And of course, the big Christmas tree is absolutely stunning. You know, and the ice rink, and you have to see it to believe it.
Surely you're not saying that their Christmas tree is better than Trafalgar Square's offering?
Yeah, it's a little bit better.
It's not very good, is it, this year?
It always looks a bit narrow, doesn't it?
It's not very good this year, no.
Is it not? It was awful last year.
It's looking a little bit hairless, I think is probably the best.
Yeah, last year it looked like that. It sort of looked as though they've picked the worst tree they could find.
Where does it come from? It comes from Oslo, doesn't it? So
it's a present for Norway.
It is, yeah. To say
not popular anymore.
Apparently, to say thank you for helping them during the Second World War.
Yeah. Well, they send a Christmas tree over every year.
Yeah, maybe they don't like us so much anymore.
Maybe they don't. Yeah, so.
No.
Well, my tree is up, as you know.
I had to ask about the tree. People need to know, Traff, the process that goes into your tree. Give us some dimensions first of all.
The tree is absolutely stunning. We've cut down this year because it's normally a battle between me and the tree and trying to saw pieces off it, which takes forever because soft wood that is wet is really hard to saw.
Not easy, is it? No.
So we've gone for a 10-foot tree this year, as opposed to the normal 13 to 14 foot one. Mainly because I can't reach the top. It's like because there's only me does it. Everyone else magically sort of disappears and is busy. So
how long does it take you if you're doing this all on your own?
A couple of days.
Does
it? To do the tree. Yeah. So I have to get somebody to help me in with it because obviously you can't carry a thing.
No, of course.
Quite heavy. And I have a special automatic tree bracket holder thing that you drop the tree in and then you pump a little thing and the brackets come up at the side and clamp it in position. It's really clever. So that's I know that's really good. So this year we've got 5,000 lights on the tree.
5,000
lights. The secret to making a tree look good is the light. Yeah, absolutely the light. First thing that has to go on.
But yours is so are they all separate? Do they all have their own little plugs, or is that
three groups? Two of 2,000 and one of 1,000.
Goodness me!
Which everyone should have, really.
Now,
they're LED ones, so they're just fantastic.
Yeah,
I mean, the going to Woolworths to try and find some bulbs that would fit the
Do you
tree.
remember? Do you remember doing that?
I
Yeah.
That's the only thing I went into Woolworths.
Yeah.
Well, that's probably why they closed. But every year you'd be hunting for these little light bulbs to try and then there'd be a loose wire and the whole lot wouldn't work.
The whole lot would go off. Yeah.
You'd spend forever doing them. They were probably a terrible fire risk as well.
That was actually the first electric shock that I ever got as a child, because our Christmas tree lights, I can't believe that we used to do this. So you used to plug the plug into the wall, and on the end of the wire coming out of the wall, you had a bayonet connection like you would have to put a light bulb in. And then you would plug, and so on the end of the Christmas lights, you had another bayonet connection, like a light bulb, and you put them together. And I remember plugging it into the wall and then touching the little bits of metal that were inside and getting a belt off them. I'm not sure that health and safety would allow that these days,
I don't think they appreciate that these days. No, definitely not. Anyway, so the lights are a lot safer now, and they were. I guess they only last for so long. I've not known any go, but I guess LED lights. I don't know. I guess they only last for so many hours.
LED lights go on for thousands of hours. I don't think you need to worry too much about that. And
well,
also,
anyway, they're on a sort of a wireless control thing. So we have Alexa. I mean, some people have all sorts of things. We have Alexa, so we just say to Alexa, Christmas tree on, and that's it. It comes on. It's fantastic.
So you really do feel like Father Christmas. Turn Christmas on,
good.
Alexa.
It is good. And then all the baubles have to go on.
That's what I want to ask about, because that's what makes your tree absolutely unique.
Yes, so everywhere we've been or go in the world, it's quite amazing. You can find Christmas decorations. So whatever time of the year you go to somewhere, there will be a shop selling Christmas decorations.
Wow.
Bizarrely, when we go to Knockhill in Stirling, there is a Christmas shop opened all year.
All year round?
All year, and all it sells are Christmas decorations.
Is that true?
And that's in the middle of Stirling. Is that amazing?
Well, I didn't know that. And we've been to Stirling a few times. We'll have to.
It's a nice city.
Have to seek it out.
They're all over. So all over the world, you will find. I've got quite a few from China, which are interesting to say the least.
Always.
And then Australia, we've got a Sydney Opera House Christmas decoration. We've got a United Nations one from the United Nations.
I've seen that one. Yeah,
that's quite
fantastic.
We've got a little motorcycle.
The motorcycle is great,
but we don't. And we have the car from Cars. You know, the Disney.
Yes, yeah.
Some are a bit tacky, but they've got memories. And
what, Lightning McQueen? You've got the little red
Lightning
one.
McQueen. Lightning McQueen's on the tree.
Yeah,
but we haven't got a British touring car decoration, and it struck me. There must be one out there somewhere. And if not, there should be.
I wonder if there is.
Because you can buy Scalextric, you can buy all sorts of things for BTCC, calendars. But is there a Christmas decoration out there? There must be one.
There needs to be a BTCC bauble.
There does.
And if there isn't one, then it's something that Mr. Gow should be informed about. Yeah, it's a fact. I wonder if anybody does have one. If you do, you can always send us an email, studio@tintoptuesday.com. I mean, the plan would be if you could part with it to get it over to Traff in time for Christmas. So when are you back, Traff? When are you back from your travels?
Back on the 15th, not away too long.
Okay, that's not too bad.
Just in time to do the final touches.
I'll have to ask the question, because this is a question that I ask of myself every year. Do you feel, inverted commas, Christmassy yet?
Oh gosh, yes. Yeah, absolutely. Just because we're away.
Yes.
And my wife is very organised in life. We have wrapped every Christmas present up.
Oh, it's already. All done?
It's all done. Yeah,
wow.
It's all done. I know.
When was that done, Trav?
The last 2 weeks we've been doing that.
Okay, right.
So that gets you very Christmassy.
You're all prepared. Yeah.
Yes, and we've made the Christmas cake, which is being, as they say, fed with alcohol.
Yes. Yeah. And you.
So yeah, we are Christmassy.
And you'll be at home for Christmas this year, will you?
Yep. Yeah. So that'll be good. That'll be nice.
Am I right in saying that last year you weren't? You went on travels up and down the country?
No, we were home. We were home last year, which was really good.
You were, right.
So you can get up in the morning, say, Alexa, Christmas tree on, and there it will be when you come down.
It's just wonderful. And the other thing that we need to tell people, Traff, is that on the last edition of Autoglim Tin Top Tuesday, you told us all about the inflatables that you installed.
Yes. Well, my wife has some of her colleagues. My wife is a surgeon. She's got some of her colleagues coming on the 20th for dinner, and she's actually asked me to put some of the inflatables in the garden. Which will be a first.
Surely it was Julie that suggested that outside decorations were not the thing to do.
She did. She used to say that.
Yeah.
I think she's come round. I think she's come round because she's seen the pictures of them from the Toto dinner and realised actually that some of them are quite nice. And as people need to know, you sent me a fantastic one of Santa in a helicopter.
We've got the new one. This has got to be purchased.
Yeah, I mean, that's unbelievable, isn't it?
Little motor
Santa in a helicopter.
And the rotor's going round. It's just... And for some reason, he has a penguin hanging out the side of the helicopter. I don't know why the penguin comes into it, but I like the penguin as well.
Oh, that's fantastic. I like that. I saw that. Yeah.
Available in the range if anybody is interested. Santa in a helicopter, and I did see on Amazon as well, Traff. Exactly the same things on Amazon as well. Yeah, I know.
I've been sort of banned from getting any more for the Christmas dinner that we have. Alan sort of said, I think we've peaked with.
He said it was peak Christmas this year, but the one thing he needs is Santa in a helicopter.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, everybody needs that. It's the modern version, isn't it?
It is. Well, Traff, thank you ever so much for coming on the show once again and sharing your Christmas with us. If I ever need to feel Christmassy, then all I need to do is to talk to you, because you effervesce about, don't you?
You can split people up into those who love Christmas and those who really hate it.
Agreed.
Very much so. And look, happy Christmas and have a great time to everybody out there. And just be nice to each other. I think that's the most important message.
That's all we need to do. Just be nice to everyone, and the world is a much better place.
Absolutely.
Top man, Trav, thank you very much. Do you like Commander-in-Chief of Christmas?
I like that. It's quite good.
Yeah.
I did have a conversation with Sam, our technical director, about Christmas lights.
Okay.
So I may have to appoint Sam as chief light elf.
Oh no, he would be a good worker elf. Yeah,
he would be a good elf for lighting, because he's got a lot of technical ideas about lights.
He did his degree in theatre lighting and sound and all that kind of stuff. So
exactly.
Yeah, he's got
Christmas dinner, we could go big on the lighting.
Mr. Gow, you have not peaked Christmas yet.
No, exactly.
Oh, Traff, have a wonderful Christmas. Thank you ever so much for joining us. And you know what? It won't be long before we start doing this all over again.
Oh gosh, I know. It comes round so quickly, doesn't it?
It does. This year more so than I ever remember, to be honest. This season has absolutely whizzed by for some reason. I don't know quite why that is, and that's
because you're getting older. As you get older, the time moves quickly.
Somebody once described it to me, Traff, as throwing a ball against a wall and then catching the ball when it bounces back. And every year you take one step closer to the wall.
Oh God, that sounds very not.
Isn't it terrifying? Isn't it a terrifying analogy?
Oh God, it's very true. That
reasonably accurate. Yeah,
that's a good analogy.
Yeah. On that note, happy Christmas.
Happy note.
Brilliant, Traff. Thank you very much indeed, and a happy Christmas to you.
And you.
Brilliant. Dr. Trafford here, Dr. Paul Trafford here on Autoglim Tin Top Tuesday.
You better watch out, you better not cry, you better not pout, I'm telling you why. He's moving a list, he's taking it twice, he's going my head, he's knowing you're nice. gotta go home now. Wait till next Christmas.
Of course, it's Bruce Springsteen on Auto Glim Tinsel Top Tuesday.
Flying over Michigan.
Is it possible to love a man any more than Traff at Christmas? He's just brilliant. He inspires us all. And I can give you a little update because we told you we recorded that before Traff went off to New York. Well, he was listening to his own interview, waiting for his flight to Indianapolis. So how cool is that? Hello, Traff. Safe flight. Merry Christmas. And he mentioned Sam as well, our technical director. Sam sent me a message when he found out it was Autoglim Tinsel Top Tuesday. Sam sent us a message earlier on today. As it's your Christmas edition, I thought I'd send you this, which is makes me very envious. A video of the decorated, the festive lights and ornaments out in Florida. So I guess that means Sam's out there. Richie's junior and senior, and mum as well. Have a brilliant Christmas, guys. Loads of your emails. Harry, thank you very much indeed, Harry. Harry got in well early this year. Says, hope you're well. I don't suppose you consider requests for songs. Sabaton and The Christmas Truth. The Christmas Truce is one of my all-time favourites, and obviously about World War I Christmas Truce. Could you please give it a listen and hopefully it makes the show? Harry, it did. It did. We got there. We did it at the start, didn't we? We teased you with it. I'm hoping I've been good this year. And for either birthday next week or Christmas, the Lego Death Star will appear under the tree. That's a big hope, Harry. I hope you've been really good, because I think that's the biggest Lego kit ever made or something. I think I saw something about that. I think it costs about 900 quid. So good luck with that, Harry. And if you have got it, send us a picture, please. And I hope you have a wonderful Christmas, New Year. As there is no Autosport International in January, next time I'll see you will be round one at Donington, or hopefully Media Day will be there as well. We don't know that yet, Harry. But thank you very much indeed for your message, and we will see you at the start of the year. That's for absolute sure. Thank you, Harry, and thanks for tuning in as ever. This one from Ian Marshall. Hi, Ian. Just a quick hello to wish everyone a Merry Christmas. Not too many driver announcements for next season yet, but a notable move by Laser Tools Racing to Toyota with their driver lineup of Aaron Taylor-Smith and Gordon Shedden already out there. The most exciting prospect has got to be Plato Racing becoming a reality. I think this could really shake things up. All the best, and I'll see you at Donington in April. Only 131 days to wait, and that's from Ian Marshall. Thank you very much indeed, Ian. And is that right? You've counted up the days. I'm impressed. You know, Traff's got a little app on his phone that gives him the countdown to Christmas, which I always think is very impressive. This one from Dave says, good evening, Mr. Hyde. Just a quick Merry Christmas to you and everyone listening in. Have a great time and see you in the new season. Shiri ho 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 from Dave. Dave, thank you very much indeed. And from Sid at Three Amigos Autosport. Good evening, Mr. Hyde. I'll keep this short and sweet. The new regulations look interesting. I'm not sure how the race for qualifying is going to work. Surely this may lead to more cost with possible damage and repairs, but it still intrigues me nevertheless. Sid, I can't wait for it. In the meantime, hope you're all well. The BTCC teams, the drivers, and of course the listeners of TTT have a very nice Christmas and a Happy New Year. Sid, thank you very much indeed, as always, for writing in. Loads more of your messages to get through. And I think all we need to remember really is what Traff said. If we're all nice to each other, that's just a great way to go into Christmas, isn't it?
Ladies and gentlemen,
I am ready.
go ahead.
You're listening to Auto Glim Tin Top Tuesday for fans of everything with a roof.
So 10 years ago, almost to the week, in fact, it would be this Tuesday of next week. It was the 15th of December, 10 years ago. I wanted to do a special version of Tin Top Tuesday for Christmas, Tinsel Top Tuesday. And I didn't have a sponsor. One of the guests that I had was the team proprietor of Motorbase Performance, David Bartram. And he said, don't worry, Lager, which is my nickname, I'll get on the phone, I'll sort this out. And it was about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And lo and behold, 5 minutes later, he said, yeah, all sorted for tonight. And that was the birth of Auto Glim Tin Top Tuesday. So it's only right and proper that 10 years afterwards, we have on the show from Auto Glim, Mark Doherty. Mark, a very good evening to you. How are you?
Oh, good evening, Alan. Yeah, really, really good, thank you.
10 years ago that was, and the deal was done. In fairness, not many people say no to David Bartram. He's got that kind of way about him. But yeah, 10 years ago, Mark, it's amazing how time flies, isn't it?
No, do you know what? I wouldn't have known that unless I'd really thought about it. Yeah, 10 years, it's really has flown by. But
you know what that means, don't you? So 10 years, 10 shows a year, maybe 11 shows a year, give or take. We had a couple of years that we didn't do a full amount of shows. But that is about 100 Auto Glim packages of car cleaning joy that you've sent out to winners of Auto Glim Image of the Week.
God, that's amazing. Yeah, you're right. Crikey, that's a lot of clean cars, hopefully.
So, it is amazing when you see it in those terms. I was just doing a bit of mathematics earlier on today. And yeah, so 100 prizes that you've sent out, which of course we thank you for. And also the recipients of those prizes, thank you as well. We're a little bit earlier on before Christmas this year, so it does give you a little bit more of a meaningful opportunity to plug a few of your Christmas gifts that are available for people.
Well, that's very good of you. So yeah, if any listeners weren't successful in the photo competition on a particular round, and you're looking for a last minute gift for the car care lover in your life, autoglim.com's got a range of great gift packs comprising of very small budgets to the pushing the boat out budget, maybe for the special person in your life. Best thing I love about them is they're all rectangles, so they're all really, really easy to do. It's not like trying to wrap up a tennis racket or something.
My
easy
sort of
to
present.
do for ham-fisted blokes you can, or ladies. You can wrap it very quickly and easily, and it's sure to bring joy to them on the Christmas day.
You see, the thing is, not only 10 years ago did Auto Glim become the title sponsors of this little radio show, but also I've always been a big fan of Auto Glim products. Even when I was a teenager with my first car, couldn't quite afford everything back in those days. So as years have gone on, I've been able to stock myself up a little bit better. But they are seen, pretty much the products that you have in your range, as pretty much the Rolls Royce of looking after your car, aren't they?
Well, I mean, we like to think so. We're incredibly proud of the King's Royal Warrant, which we have, and some other endorsements from motor manufacturers from the very high end to the kind of everyday scene on the roads. But yeah, no, we stand by our products, and they do what they say on the tin. That's what we hear back from customers, that they do the job they're supposed to. And I think it's worked really well, Alan, from my perspective, that you were a true Auto Glim fan even before we came along and sponsored the show. And it's nice kind of talking about your favourite products, and I know that you're a real user and not just not just saying it because we've been a sponsor.
No, absolutely not. So what I had to use a lot of this year was your sort of I can't remember what the name of it is now, but the no rinse off quick wash, quick refresh, which you no longer do. But I was able to go on your Amazon shop and buy up all remaining stocks, because of course we had a hose pipe ban. For somebody like me that likes to keep my car clean, that was a nightmare.
Yeah, that was that really came in handy this year with that product for people that couldn't get their pressure washer out. But yeah, thanks for buying up the last remaining bottles. It's good to kind of clear them off the shelf.
Yeah, and of course it was a bit of a treat for me a couple of years ago, because you showed me round the Auto Glim premises, and I actually watched it being made. The stuff right that you make. I was lucky enough. I love a factory tour, whatever it is. I love a factory tour. But that was really special, watching your great big, I don't know what they're called, vats, tanks, whatever it
vessels,
is. Absolutely superb. What an amazing opportunity that was for me as a fan.
Yeah, it's kind of, I suppose it's a bit like the Willy Wonka world of car care. If you want to come and see pipes full of different colours and tubes and various noises that churn out these white bottles that
smells
we have on the shelves. Yes, of course. Yeah, that's a really big part of what we do. The smell is really important. People really like that about a product. It doesn't make it work any better unless it's an air freshener, of course. But your shampoo, people like to work with things that smell nice, and especially if you're in the trade. If you're washing cars 8 hours a day, 5 days a week,
course,
you want to work with something that smells good.
Polar Seal is my favourite smell.
It's modelled after an aftershave. That's probably why. It's a very it's we've borrowed a bit of a fragrance from a famous aftershave, which I won't mention, but it is one of the more popular fragrances we have.
Well, when you finish on air, I'm going to ask you off air what the fragrance is, because I wouldn't mind smelling of Polar Seal 24 hours a day. That's for sure. When I'm doing it on my drive, people are walking past, they're taking the dogs to the park to have a walk. They always make a comment of how nice it smells in the air, and that's Polar Seal for you. I tell you. Do you have a favourite product, Mark? Do you have a favourite? Are you allowed to pick one out?
I am, and I always really struggle with this. It changes. I tend to have like a favourite 8 or something like that. But today I would say advanced all wheel cleaner. So it's a wheel cleaner you spray on. Your wheels all turn blood red when they react with the dirt, the kind of iron particles in the that coat your the brake dust is comprised of, really. So you get a really interesting colour change, and then when you jet it off, you get that gleaming silver wheel afterwards, and it just works every single time. It cuts through the dirt. It's very, very quick. So I think my car is in need of doing, and I was thinking I'm quite looking forward to washing my wheels. It's one of my favourite bits of doing the car is the wheels. I was
going to say I'm having a new shed built over the course of the next couple of weeks, only because my pathetic shed that was there before, when I went out to do my first polar wash the other week, I realised that the roof is leaking rather badly, so everything was wet. I'm going to have a whole Autoglim shelf, because nice. I discovered I've got a lot more products in my shed than I previously thought I had. So I'm gonna have a whole shelf dedicated to the stuff. Right now, you were able to get along to a touring car meeting this year. I'd like people to know the story once again, because your dad's a big fan, isn't he?
Yeah, my dad always liked touring car, and I suppose that's really what got me into it. It was something we used to watch on the TV together as kids, and I never knew that my professional career would kind of lead me in a meandering path to being a bit closer to touring car. But a good friend, Chris McCleary from Morsey Car Detailing, who's involved in the touring car. He looks after some of the cars there. Yeah, the official valeter, no less. Yeah, so we do some work together, and he very kindly, allowed me to come along to Brands Hatch this year with my dad. It was a bit of a treat for my dad. He retired recently, so his weekends are freed up, and it was nice to be able to do something together. And I suppose, just kind of bond during the day. It was great weather. It was great racing. We got to see each other. Got to see, Chris and Philippa as well. And it was it's always such a welcoming environment. Even if you don't know anybody and you go to the touring car, you're going to have a fantastic time. But being able to kind of catch up with friends and see each other, it was fantastic. And thank you so much for my shout out on the day as well over the PA. That was very that was my dad was very impressed. He thinks I'm a lot more important than I actually am now, so thank you for that. Absolutely, you are more than welcome. Absolutely easy to do. 10 years ago I required a sponsor for Tinsel Top Tuesday. The deal was done, and we've celebrated 10 years as Autoglim being our title sponsors this year with t-shirts and beanie hats and all sorts of stuff. But as they say, Mark, all good things come to an end in the end, and I've been incredibly lucky to have Autoglim as my title partner for the last 10 years, but not next year. No, sadly not. As you say, all good things come to an end, and for us, we've absolutely loved every part of it. We've been on a kind of journey with touring car, with Autoglim, and we've got involved in all sorts of levels and all sorts of activities. But it's 10 years felt like one that I wanted to get to, and it's I think it's time to move on. But we will always have a warm place in our hearts for you and the show and the listeners as well. It's been fantastic seeing the photo submissions and the interactions we've had with people over the years. So here's to the next 10.
Mark, thank you so much. Thank you for everything that you and Autoglim have done. You may not be title sponsors of the show going from next year, but we'll always be friends, and I will continue to annoy you when I find a product slightly difficult to get hold of and need your suggestion as to where I can do it. But all I can do really on behalf of me and all of the listeners for the last 10 years, you've made it possible to do this show. So thank you so much. And let's still be friends, won't we?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
There we go. Mark Doherty, thank you very much indeed. Merry Christmas to you on this festive edition of Autoglim Tinsel Top Tuesday. And I have to say, that made me a bit emotional.
Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Prospero año y felicidad. I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas. I want to wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart. Feliz Navidad.
It is emotional, isn't it, eh? 10 years with Autoglim, and what a partner they've been. I was reminded of a message on TikTok 7 weeks ago from Wayne, who said, "Thank you, Alan Hyde and Tin Top Tuesday, for my package of joy, courtesy of Autoglim, after winning the Image of the Week from Silverstone. You guys are awesome. Can't wait for Tinsel Top Tuesday." Well, the wait is over, Wayne. And there's a picture of your not insignificant package of Autoglim joy. They have been just brilliant. Paul and Mark at Autoglim have been absolutely fantastic for this show. And they've kept us going, which is amazing. Thank you, guys. Motorsport Woking replied to our little trailer video earlier on today. Says, "Looking forward to listening to the podcast on my commute on Wednesday. Have a great show after a great season. Watching Tingram win the title with my 4-year-old son at Brands Hatch was a real treat. Merry Christmas to all BTCC fans." Thank you very much indeed for that message. All you need to do if you want to find us on social media is search for Tin Top Tuesday. We've got the Tin Top TikTok. Look for Tin Top Tuesday. We're on there. We're on Instagram. We're on Facebook as well. And Kevin Whitewood wrote in earlier on today. Thank you, Kev. Says, "Hi, Alan. I'm doing my live draws for the Christmas fundraiser each evening." This is on the BTCC Facebook group, which is called British Touring Car Chat. Is there any chance of getting a little shout out for the British Touring Car Chat Facebook group, please? This Christmas fundraiser has raised around £2,900 £200. People have been pledging money to go into these draws, which are taking place every day. I understand that tonight they made it a little bit earlier, so it didn't clash with this show, which we are incredibly grateful for. That £2,900 raising money for the Hampshire and Isle of Wight Air Ambulance, which is based at the moment still at Thruxton Circuit. Kev, thank you very much indeed for all the support that you've given us with your superb British Touring Car Chat Facebook group, and well done on raising all that money. Hopefully you can still raise a little bit more as well for a very, very worthy cause. Every time we hear a helicopter go over, we get Plane Finder out and it's off doing something else. It's a vitally important job and a vitally important service that it does in my part of the world. So fantastic stuff. Thank you, Kev. Thank you very much indeed for writing in. And that was on Facebook a little bit earlier on today. Your emails are continuing to come in, including Divan. Our regular listeners are all out there. Merry Christmas, Divan. He says, good evening, Mr. Hyde. Just wanted to start off by saying thanks for the reminder this morning that the show was on this evening, as I totally forgot what date the Christmas edition of Tinsel Top Tuesday was on, and that both you and David Addison did a great job as usual commentating on the races at Macau a few weeks ago. Thank you, Divan. The TBL list that was announced last week was interesting, with a couple of teams gaining licences and teams losing licences, but we'll just have to wait for the official entry list in April. Congratulations as well to Lando Norris on becoming the 2025 Formula One World Champion. Thoroughly deserved after the season he's had. Just goes to show where your path can take you, from Ginetta Juniors on the Toka package to British F4 and F3 and on to FIA Formula 3 and 2 and on to Formula 1, where he always wanted to be. Looking forward to tonight's festive edition of Tin Top Tuesday and hearing all of your guests. So to round out the final email to TTTT, from my family to yours, I wish you and all the family a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and see you around the paddock in 2026. You, Divan, you most certainly will, and hopefully you'll be armed with a big load of old shortbreads. That's the plan. Very good evening to Bex and Reg. Reg reckons it doesn't start at Christmas time until we've heard Fairy Tale in New York. I'll have a look.
Pour out the wine, let's toast and pray for December snow. I know there's been pain this year, but it's time to let it go. Next year you never know. But for now, Merry Christmas. We'll dance in the kitchen while embers glow. We've both known love, but this love we got is the best of all. I wish you could see it through my eyes, then you would know. My God, you look beautiful right now. Merry Christmas.
show is Auto Glim Tinsel Top Tuesday, and we couldn't do this show without inviting on, and he immediately said yes, the happiest man in the paddock, Aaron Taylor-Smith. Evening, Aaron. Happy Christmas to you. I'm very good, thank you.
Do you know, I love Christmas.
Yeah,
so
I thought you might.
Like, would you like to jump on this evening? I was like, absolutely. With the Christmas tree in the background, of course I'll be here.
Quite right
so,
too. Well, I've got reindeer antlers tonight, mate, I tell you.
I would expect nothing less. You know what I mean?
So I want to know when Christmas starts for the Taylor-Smith family.
So we have a growing tradition. So my birthday is the 9th of November. The day after my birthday, the 10th of November, our Christmas tree goes up.
Wow. Does it really? It does.
Wow.
Wow.
You know, right? Like, you know, I'm not one of those people that are like, I'm not into Christmas. Like, I love Christmas. So it's like, yeah, we're going to celebrate it. And it's just entertaining. However, like, what I would say is, now that we have a feral toddler, she does not understand that once you put up the Christmas tree, Santa's not there. And this is not what it's like. Like, one of the other days, right, I was just working away on my laptop, and like on the same floor in the house as her, she just bursts out of her room from her nap being like, Santa's downstairs. I'm like, not even December yet. He is not downstairs though. I'm like, don't even brush him up. So maybe putting it up that early is a problem. But yeah, 10th of November is when we transform into Winter Wonderland over here.
Are you gonna do with her? I mean, with your expanding family, of course, this year for the first time. But are you going to do the Santa tracking? I think that's fantastic.
Do you know, and like, this is a really cool thing. We, I don't know why, we were parked outside an estate agent the other day, and like in their window, they had like an elf's castle up for sale, and it was like 1,000 jelly babies or something. I was like, that's really cool. So like the Santa tracking, we're going to be all over that. 100%. I feel it's the type of year you have to lean into.
Yes.
You know? Like, and just be like, yeah, I enjoyed it. So I'm a big kid.
You are a big kid. And you know what? So am I. For a little while, I didn't celebrate Christmas because my mum passed away at Christmas. And I'm desperately aware that, all of us with our jovialities.
Like,
go on.
That's really hard, but and like it's really difficult around Christmas. But I feel like I know so many people that around Christmas Eve or Christmas Day, people pass away, and I'm like, it is so difficult. So no, I'm very sorry to hear that. Like, that is, I can understand why you've not celebrated it then for a little while.
It was the 19th of December, 20 years ago this year, and it took me a long time to. Basically, I started going away at Christmas, and finding the sunshine and forgetting all about Christmas. Hated everything to do with it. Really didn't like it. And then maybe just a few years ago, I thought, it is only one day a year, and it makes a lot of other people happy if you're jolly too. So I'm going to get back into the spirit of this, and I have thoroughly embraced it ever since. Yeah.
When do you put up all your Christmas decorations then?
So that's a very good question.
Yeah.
I couldn't wait to do it this year. We've got a local garden centre, and they I just happened to be in the right place at the right time, and I was in the garden centre in the afternoon picking something up, and it said tomorrow night we launch our Christmas village, and we'll be discounting everything by 20%.
I'm in.
So I was exactly the same. So I bought I don't know if you've seen these infinity LED decorations. Have you seen them?
I haven't.
Infinity Santas.
Very fancy.
It's
you
like
need the 20% discount. When it starts with a fancy word like that, I just have Christmas lights. But go on,
So it's like a mirror thing. I don't know how it does it, and it's one strip of LEDs inside, but it looks like it's going on forever. So you could get a big Robin or a Santa. I got candles, and they went into the window sort of almost immediately after we bought them, which would have been middle of November. Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Leaning into it. Now, if you're a man of a deal, right, I've got a good one for you as well. The day after Halloween, that's when you get all your Halloween decorations for the following year.
You see now,
great value.
But the problem with me, Aaron, I have never embraced Halloween. this year,
no, you need to.
This year was the first year that I had a Halloween decoration. I put it in the sort of main window of the house, and it was only because it rather appealed to me. It was a Halloween scene featuring 3 black cats, and it was an illuminated glitter globe, if you see what I mean. So you turn it on, it lights up, and all the glitter's flying around, and it looked very pretty. So I decided to get
that.
And then I got terrified that kids were going to be knocking on my door asking for trick or treat.
Or me, or just me in general. So like this is going off on the wrong kind of festive thing, but so I'm just going to give a quick Halloween story. So in our household, I'm the person who champions the Halloween costumes, and it's really funny because when it was just me and Oakley, so I never organise anything for Lauren. So we go trick or treating, and she just looks like a normal person in normal clothes. And like each year, the costumes have gotten better. So the first year of Oakley's, which is very small, we were Lilo and Stitch, which is good. That was good.
That's good.
Then the year before last, we were Batman and Robin.
I remember that one, yeah.
She was Batman and I was Robin, so it was great. It was a funny thing. And then this year, we went as she got fixated on dinosaurs. So I got myself one of those inflatable dinosaur costumes, like a T-Rex thing. Honestly, right? It was about 10 foot tall. I couldn't fit out the door of the house. It looked ridiculous. We got Hunter a little dinosaur onesie, and then Oakley was dressed as an explorer, with like binoculars and that. It was so funny.
I have to ask the question, is there photographic evidence of this?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I popped something online. It's so funny. And I just think it's really entertaining because I never organise anything for Lauren. So it's just like me and the 2 little ones fully costumed up. And it's always a surprise. So I never tell her what it is until we're like, right, we'll go trick-or-treating, and then we go get dressed.
Bearing in mind that we are broadcasting live, Aaron, can you tell me what words came out of Lauren's mouth when she saw you dressed as a Tyrannosaurus Rex?
There was explicit. Like, honestly, right, it took me about 10 minutes to figure out how to inflate the damn thing. And then, like, I was just like, oh, man, I'm not going to fit out the door of this house. Do you know, it was a great purchase. And it's so funny. I can't remember what race it was, but I was over, like, for Shakedown on a Thursday morning. I was like by myself. I ordered our Halloween costumes in like September. It was so good.
Because, of course, you know that Toka has its own sort of commander-in-chief of Christmas, and it's Dr. Paul Trafford, who absolutely adores Christmas. He is responsible for all the inflatables that we have.
It's very impressive at the last round.
It is impressive. But I've found an even more impressive inflatable for him. I don't know if you've seen it this year. It was in the range where I saw it. It is Santa in a helicopter, an inflatable, and the rotors are going round. In the yeah, it's mega.
That's quite trick. I like that.
It is absolutely brilliant, and I think they've got it on Amazon as well. So I've piqued his interest in this for next year.
There's an investment happening.
I think there might be an investment happening.
Yeah. Everyone's entry fee has gone up £5. You know something? I'll donate. I'll buy it. It's well worth it.
It's $69.99, and I have to say, Aaron, I thought it was an absolute bargain.
That is a bargain. I was expecting triple figures. I was like,
me too.
I was going to have to get approval from Lauren for this purchase. So that's fine.
So that comes out of the petty cash. That's absolutely
That's the floating budget of random rubbish that I need to buy.
Top man. I seem to remember last year at Christmas you went over to Disney.
We did. So we are big children. Yeah. So we went to Disney, Florida for was it 2 weeks? It was amazing. Yeah. And it was like, I know it's like, oh, kids are so you like only Oakley was around then. She was only like a year and a half. But it's like it was the best trip. Like Disney is one of those places that no matter what age you go at, you can't help but be in good form. Yeah. You're never going to meet someone in bad form at Disney.
No, it's true.
So we've no away trips planned this week this year. But what you call it, I'm sure we'll be making a return to Disney in the very near future.
So it's a homely Christmas for the.
It is a homely Christmas. Yeah. It's pretty chilled out. Yeah. Like I feel traveling with one child is hard. Traveling with two is like just the worst experience of your life. Yeah. So we decided we're probably just going to chill at home, just do normal stuff. So it's quite nice to be fair. Are you going away again?
Family coming to you?
Oh God, no. That would mean I'd have to clean and cook. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We hosted one year, and we're not fit out for this. Like, we had to hire a table and everything. And so you're pretty much running an event. You're hiring tables, cutlery. Like, it was the worst experience of my life. So,
but in fairness, Lauren and yourself do host very good events, so you're good at it. Yeah,
we're okay at it, but also I normally don't have to clean the dishes. So it's much worse. And do you know what I'd say? When it's family, they're a lot more critical of my performance. So therefore, it's not great. But no, I think we'll do Christmas morning at my parents' house, and then we'll go to her parents in the afternoon.
Yeah,
so
nice.
it's actually pretty chilled out because they only live like 15 minutes apart.
Yes.
So it's grand.
And you asked the question, am I going away?
Yeah.
No, I'm not this year. I am thoroughly embracing Christmas, and I'm working all Christmas. I'm working at Silverstone for the Lap of Lights. We're doing a radio station for that. So the only day we have off is actually Christmas Day itself.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. To be fair, that event at Silverstone looks incredibly impressive.
It's mega.
And if I lived on the right side of the water, I would definitely go along. So it does look cool.
Your little family would love it. Your little family would love it. And,
I'd love it.
And in fairness, it was genius because the first year that they did Lap of Lights was 2020. We'd been locked up all year.
Yeah.
We weren't allowed to see people. It was a great way of isolating you and your family in a car. And it was just the most brilliant, and also it was probably just about the only work that a lot of us had for most of the year. And it was the most feel good event I think I've ever worked on. It was just wonderful. There was something very odd. Do you remember when all those hazy days of COVID? Do you remember when they introduced tiers? So if you're in one county, you're in a certain tier, and you could do this, but you couldn't do that. And then you're in another county, but you could do this, but you couldn't do that. And that was the point at which we went into work at Silverstone one night. It was just before Christmas. And everyone realised that the Silverstone circuit actually goes over 2 counties. So we're in 2 tiers.
Yeah, one side of the track's on one tier and the other's on the other.
So one half of the circuit would not have been within the regulations, and the other half would have been. So they had to apply for special dispensation to allow the event, which in fairness was sensible. It was ridiculous. Everyone was in their cars, so the fact that maybe they don't dot every I and cross every T was ridiculous. So we were allowed to carry on, and it was blooming awesome. I absolutely loved it. Yeah,
looks like a cool event, to be fair. But here, COVID was a fun time. It was just the most entertaining time ever. When you think back on it, you're like, that was mad. You weren't allowed outside your house for a little while.
I know. And we would, I would, as somebody that has been self-employed since 1987, every morning I woke up guilt-free that I had no work.
Yeah. This is really chilled out. Everyone's in this boat. This is great.
I got all my accounts up to date. I was, and then I started to think, okay, what next? We've done this long enough now. I'm bored with this.
I'm bored now. I could actually do it even interacting with someone.
Exactly.
Yeah, so true.
Feels such a long time ago, doesn't it? Eh?
Different world. But fun times.
A different world indeed. Anyway, listen, the reason we've got you on, apart from the fact that you are the happiest man in the paddock, and I knew that you were going to be an absolute advocate for Christmas. Your Christmas present's come a bit early, hasn't it? Blue rather suits you, sir.
How funny is this? How have I fluked this? You know what I mean? Like every now and then I'm like, am I that guy that's going to be in that blue
Yes,
car?
you are. Yes.
It's like, genuinely, it's just so cool.
Isn't it just?
That's true.
So for people that don't know, Aaron, tell people what your news is.
So for 2026, I will be with Laser Tools Racing. We'll be running 2 Toyotas, which is very fun. Gordon will be alongside me, which actually he's the teammate that I never knew that I would love. That's like, we get along so well.
Yeah, you said
great.
this, didn't you? Yeah.
And actually, it just feels really surreal to get this type of an opportunity because, like, let's call a spade. What Mark and Alex have cultivated with MB Motorsport is incredible. And it's genuinely just a privilege to get the opportunity to do it with them, you know. And I think sometimes, like, opportunities come and go, or they come up and whatnot, and we've had conversations over a few years with them, but finally the stars have aligned to allow this to happen, which
Brilliant.
it's by far the most excited I've ever been. Like, that's the truth of it. And it's every now and then, like, if I'm on like social media and I see a photo of like an iconic Laser racing car, like, it's just crazy to think that that's going to be me.
That's going to be you. It is. It is fantastic news. And the really good thing, announced really early, because to be at this stage of the year and to know what you're doing next year is a real gift, isn't it?
It is. Like the thing is, like, and it wouldn't be possible, like, without the support of my partner network, because at the end of the day, this is my childhood dream, and without everyone's support, the wheels will not be in motion. Yeah. So when we first started talking about the possibility of this coming together, everyone was so supportive that it was like, no, we have to go for this opportunity.
Yes,
it's once in a lifetime. Like, you know, look what Jake has achieved with them. Like, it's incredible to even get the chance to have a go at it. So once it came about, we were like, no, we have to get it done. And it's, I feel, but it's also a credit to particularly Alex. No, not particularly, everyone at MB. But Alex has been incredible.
Yeah,
like,
I can see the two of you getting on really well.
Yeah, like, I feel like he is a more polished version of me.
Yeah.
No. He is, like, and I'm going to now, this is kind of a backhanded compliment because you've said I'll get along with him. I would say he's the most intelligent guy that I've met in this paddock in a lot. Outside of you. Not an insult to you.
No, I've never claimed to be intelligent, Aaron, no.
But it's really nice to, like, I would say, right, so when you look up and down the grid, you look at teams and you can assess them from a whole. You can say, right, they're performance driven or they're commercial driven. But I feel where MB have cultivated something different is they have two prongs. Mark is incredibly performance driven, and obviously Craig Porley now, who will be on my car, is arguably the most intelligent guy in the paddock. Like, it's incredible.
Lovely bloke. Yeah.
And then Alex is so switched on when it comes to everything commercial. So it's really nice to go into a season feeling like we've leveled up across the board, not just in one area.
It's the right people in the right place, isn't it?
It is. That's the truth of it. And you're only as strong as the team around you. Like, the thing is, like, there's not a whole lot that separates the champions from the people who want to be champions, apart from the team that are around them. Like, if you look up and down the grid, every driver on the grid is talented. They've won races in something, you know? So it's a case where having the right people around you, and it's no different to any successful business. Like, it's the crew that make all the difference. And while my name's on the side of the car, I play the smallest role.
So when do you get to go out and play?
So I know, like, actually, right, is it 11 years I've done touring cars? Jesus, like, I've done this way too long. The first time it's ever happened, Craig actually flew over to Dublin to spend the day with me only last week to, like, start going through plans. Nice. It'll be in the new year, because right now the car is in a million pieces with 5,000 upgrades that he has in mind to go on to it. So it'll be early new year, but it's quite nice to now get to see the direction in which it's going. And I think, like, I've said it from the get-go, like, all the ingredients are there with Speedworks, and I feel now even having more expertise and championship winning expertise put into the team, I think it'll make it an unstoppable force. Like, that's the truth of it. Yeah. So it's great to be it's great to be part of that MB Motorsport family and actually do something pretty special with them.
Well, I think it's super. And by the way, just to finish off, Aaron, you very kindly, for the second year consecutively, gave me a rather nice gift at the end of the championship year, which was an Aaron Taylor Smith notebook. And I think I showed you it as it was being compiled. It is a well-travelled notebook now.
I like that.
It came all the way to Macau. How's that?
It's more cultured than I am. That's the truth of it. No, like, you know something? It's just the smallest token. And even if you never saw the light of day again, it's just lovely. A small acknowledgement to be like, thank you. Because I said it to you over text, and I'll say it to you again, or I'll say it on this. you are the lifeblood. You are, the heart of this championship.
You're a lovely man, you are.
But everyone knows you. And I feel like it's just nice to show the appreciation, because without you, and then obviously without, Auto Glim for this show, our voices and our stories wouldn't be getting to be heard. So I am, just so grateful for what you do for the championship.
Well, you're a lovely man. You're a lovely family.
I don't know about that.
Your first family Christmas with 4 of you. So, it's absolutely fantastic, and we wish you all the very best for a nice family Christmas for you, Aaron.
No, I appreciate that. And likewise, to everyone that's listening, have a great Christmas and break over the period. I hope we'll see you all trackside next year. Like, I feel we'll put on a pretty good show in that shiny blue car. So, thank you to everyone that has listened. Thank you to Autoglim for sorting it. Thank you to you for having me on. Because I've loved being a part of this, and we'll do this plenty more in the new year.
We most certainly will. You're a friend. You're a friend of the show, Aaron. That's for sure.
I love that. I'm a fan of the show more than anything else, so thanks.
Aaron Taylor-Smith here, everybody, on Autoglim Tinsel Top Tuesday. Reg, turn Christmas on.
Christmas Eve, babe, in the drunk tank, an old man said to me, won't see another one. And then he sang a song, the rare old mountain tune. I turned my face away and dreamed about you. Got on a lucky one, came in 18 to 1. I've got a feeling it's years from me and you. So happy Christmas, I love you, baby. I can see a better time when all our dreams come true.
They got cars big as bars, they got rivers of gold, but the windows right through you, it's no place for the old. When you first took my hand on a cold Christmas Eve, you promised me Broadway was waiting for me. You were handsome,
You were pretty queen of New York City. When the band finished playing, they held out for more.
Sinatra was swinging, all the drunks they were singing. We kissed on a corner, then danced through the night. The boys of the NYPD choir were singing Go Away Babe, and the bells were ringing out for Christmas Day.
You're an old slut and junk lying there almost dead on a dripping that bed.
You scumbag, you maggot, you cheap, lousy faggot. Happy Christmas, you're ours. I pray God it's our love.
The boys of the NYPD choir still singing Go Away Babe, and the bells are ringing out for Christmas Day. Could have been someone.
Well, so could anyone. You took my dreams from me when I first found you.
I kept them with me, babe. I put them with my own. Can't make it all alone. I built my dreams around you. The boys of the NYPD choir still singing Go Away Babe, and the bells are ringing out for Christmas Day.
There you go, mission accomplished. Bex and Reg can turn Christmas on now. Apparently there are some bad words in that. That's the original version. If anyone was offended, I do apologise. I didn't write it. It's Auto Glim, Tinsel Top Tuesday, and a good evening to our regular listeners, so many of them writing in our studio at tintoptuesday.com. Hi to Fiona. And Flossie the dog says, hi, Alan the gang. I remembered. I'm hoping your special guest will be Mr. J. Plato with further news on the new team. I did try. He's ever so busy. Please could I get a request in, if possible, red light spells danger. Is that Christmassy? Do you know, I never knew that. Looking forward to the new BTCC season with new teams, new rules and new qualifying races. Hoping to get to Knockhill, but I may have a change and be at Donington instead. Either way, hoping to meet up with a few of the Jeff Army, and maybe I'll finally manage to say hello to your good self. Well, we can but hope, Fiona. And lastly, I'd like to wish you and the gang, all my racing pals and everyone in the BTCC family, a wonderful Christmas and a peaceful New Year. All the best from Fiona and Flossie the dog, still soldiering on at the grand old age of 14. Merely a baby. And Kay, hello Kay. Dear Alan, where has the time gone? As I get older, time passes by so much faster. It does. As we described with Traff earlier on. This season has gone by so quickly, and yet again, BTCC has not disappointed. The new qualifying format resulted in mixed-up grids, which gave us exciting racing. Say goodbye to the hybrid system. Seems to have been very popular with the teams. I'm not sure that the drivers like the new tyre regulation, with the top three from the race one having to use the harder tyre in race two. Yeah, but them's the rules. And, they're not designed to like them, okay? Makes for exciting racing, though, doesn't it? What did your guest tonight think about it? And is this regulation staying for next year? I don't know, actually. It's a good question. There are so many talking points of the season, which I'm sure you will cover tonight. But one of the big stories of the year has to be PMR, the Phoenix team rising from the ashes of their team headquarters' devastating fire. And I think they've got some merch out for this Christmas that pertains to that as well, Kay. The BTCC showed how well teams support each other in a time of crisis and helped PMR to be back on the grid for the following round. One of the many reasons that we fans love this championship. Look forward to tonight's show. As always, God bless, from Kay. Kay, thank you very much indeed. And Sam as well says, hi Alan, hooray, it's Tinsel Top Tuesday, a clause for celebration. See what you did there. We're really looking forward to the show tonight and also to the new season as well. Perhaps what we need is a sort of a BTCC advent calendar to count down the days to the season launch. Wishing you a joyful festive season filled with laughter, good company and plenty of cheer, and maybe a cheeky mince pie or two. I love mince pies. A Merry Christmas from Sam and Katie. And P.S. the Autoglim package arrived safely. Thank you to Autoglim and to yourself for picking us as the final Autoglim image of the week in the season. You are more than welcome, Sam and Katie. It really is appreciated. And we love the tree. Look at that, with the Autoglim goodies underneath the tree and Autoglim Tin Top Tuesday stickers on the tree as well. Sam and Katie, you're proper fans, you are. Thank you very much indeed. Aaron Scott says, Merry Christmas, Alan. It's been far too long since the last Tin Top Tuesday. It's fantastic being able to tune into a festive edition of such a fantastic show. Thank you very much. What a great birthday treat. Only 2 days until my 19th birthday. Well, happy birthday, Aaron, in a couple of days. Could I request one Christmas song? Has to be Wizard. I wish it could be Christmas every day. Merry Christmas to the team. Roll on, April. Here's my entry for this month's Autoglim photo competition. Merry Christmas from Aaron Scott in Sunderland. Super picture of Jake Hill in the Laser Tools Beamer, the Laser Beamer. That's a great picture. Croft Circuit. Thank you, Aaron. And it's so good to see all your pictures. And this one is from Kaz. Says, Happy Christmas, Alan. What are your plans for the festivities? Here's a pic of my Christmas placements. Driving home for Christmas. I like that. Look at that, your placemats. That's superb. Tree on top of a little cartoon car. I rather like that. And Lisa, hello Lisa. says, "Hi Alan, great to be listening to you tonight. It's helping drown out the wind and rain howling outside my Tigger tin top truck cab as I'm parked up in a truck stop just off the M25. I've attached pictures of how I'm listening and how we've decorated the outside of our house, complete with Christmas truck inflatable amongst other." Don't tell Trav. He'll have one of those. Hope you have an amazing Christmas. Look forward to hearing you while we do our lap of lights just after Christmas. Can't wait to be back trackside for the new season. And that comes from Lisa. Oh, look, bed for the night in the truck. There's Tigger. How have you got so much into your cab? My goodness, that's home from home. And look at the house. My goodness, there's an inflatable Mickey Mouse. An inflatable, is that a gonk? I think it's a gonk, an inflatable Father Christmas climbing up a Christmas tree, and of course the obligatory inflatable truck as well, with Santa and an inflatable Christmas tree on the back. Lisa, that looks absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much for writing in, and thank you to all of our regular listeners that have tuned in at, really a day's notice. It was only this morning that we put out the notification that we were doing Autoglim Tinsel Top Tuesday, and the show would not be the same without your emails, so keep them coming in, please. We've got some great guests coming up. I think you can guess one of them, maybe not the other one, but we've still got, oh goodness me, we're going to go over 10 o'clock again, aren't we? We are. I know, I'm sorry. Goodness me.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, with the kids jingle belling and everyone telling you be of good cheer. It's the most wonderful time of the year. It's the happiest season of all, with those holiday greetings and gay happy meetings when friends come to call. It's the happiest season of all. There'll be parties for hosting, marshmallows for toasting, and caroling out in the snow. There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time of the year.
Marshmallows for toasting and caroling out in the snow.
There'll be scary ghost stories and tales of the glories of Christmases long, long ago. It's the most wonderful time of the year. There'll be much mistletoeing and hearts will be glowing when loved ones are near. It's the most wonderful time. Yes, the most wonderful time. Oh, the most wonderful time of the
year. Now this is really cool, and we've left it right until the very last show of the year, because I don't like doing a season of Autoglim Tin Top Tuesday without getting our next guest on, and I hadn't achieved that in the 10 normal shows of the year. But, however, for Autoglim Tinsel Top Tuesday, a very good evening to Nick Hamilton. Hello Nick, how are you?
Hey Ellen, not bad, thanks mate, yourself?
I'm very well indeed. I'm very pleased that I've got you on the... It wouldn't be a full season if I didn't get you on the show, because I love getting you on. You're a friend of the show and have been for many, many years. And the reason we were able to to do this. We were going to be recording a chat together at Donington Park last Friday because you and Jamie from the Unlimited Motorsport team very kindly invited me along for a passenger lap, and these are days that you've been doing for. How many have you done? Is it 4 of them this year?
So the team have been doing 5 days, and I've done passenger rides on 4 of the 5 days. And
it's an opportunity for people to buy into the experience. Now, I'm very fussy about who drives me if I have a passenger lap. I'm really fussy. And the reason for that is I've been on some passenger laps that have scared me quite a bit. So I've become more and more fussy as the years have gone by. But I wanted to go out with you because I've said it so many times on this show. I think what you do is fantastic, and I know that it would be a new experience for me to see you doing your thing behind the wheel of a car. It's one thing for you to tell us what you do and that your upper body strength is and your hands, your arms are what basically drive the car. But I wanted to see that in motion. Is that the feeling that you got from the passengers that you gave a lift to over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, everyone knows I drive with my legs, but obviously my pedals are completely different to everybody else's within the championship, and people are pretty blown away. I can see when I've got my passengers in the car, they're having a quick glance down to the footwell to see how my feet move. I'm pretty much the only driver in the world really that uses their legs where they don't flex their ankles, so my feet are off the ground when I accelerate and brake. So
didn't you once tell me that you sort of have to push your whole body onto the leg? Is that how it works?
Yeah, so I brake from the thigh muscle, so I basically have to push everything from the hip and the thigh to get the brake pressure. Obviously most drivers they flex their ankles to accelerate and brake, so that means that their heels are always planted on the floor, where all of my control comes from the thigh. So I actually took one of my friends out, and it was raining, it was wet, and he couldn't believe the amount of throttle control I had with my leg being constantly in the air.
That's incredible.
Because you have less support really, but that's the only way I know how to drive, Alan. You have to figure out ways. The able-bodied or non-disabled way isn't the only way, and you have to find your own ways, and that's what I found works for me. And now it's just about refining it to get faster.
So no one could teach you that, Nick. I mean, people have driver coaches. They pay driver coaches a huge amount of money to train them what to do. But you've had to teach yourself, really, haven't you?
Yeah, when it comes to my braking technique, that's where I lose most of my time, if I'm honest. Is on the brakes, not in terms of brake pressure or where I brake or brake point. It's more brake bleed, how you bleed out of the brakes on the way into a corner. Because I can't brace my ankles on the floor. My brake bleed is like a switch. Basically, it's very on and off, and it's not very progressive. Whereas on the throttle, I can be more progressive, but with the brake, it's difficult. So now it's about fine tuning my brake system, because I have a servo brake in the car now. So it's about fine tuning that with the brake master cylinder, and also the amount of assistance that the servo gives me to help me with my brake bleed. So that's a lot of work that we need to do over winter. And Alan, to be honest, I've got faster and faster, and now I'm at this point in BTCC. I really do feel my legs are now starting to be a big disadvantage in my overall pace and my overall speed.
In taking the next step in what you're doing?
Yeah, I would say I can see it all drain from braking.
Right. Yeah.
So braking is where it mainly where the main time loss is, and we're talking 2 kph at the apex, but it costs you a good 2.5 tenths
over the course of a lap. Yeah,
and that's enough.
So what do you do? So where does that take you?
Yeah, so I might have to, Alan. I might have to train myself in a different way to brake differently with my leg. Okay. Obviously, I use the servo pedal because it helps me gain that pressure around 50 bar that I need. It's a lot easier to press, but also with too much assistance, it's easy to lock the front wheels, basically.
I can see that, yeah.
And then also, trying to bring the leg off of the brake pedal, I literally have to drag my whole leg off of it to bleed out of the pedal. So I'm going to have to figure out a way to either set the brake balance and my leg up in a different way, or I'm going to have to try and learn a whole different braking technique altogether.
Does it have to be the foot that brakes?
You're not the first person that's asked this question. For me personally, yes, I'll have to use my legs because there's so much work to do with the hands in a touring car. Yeah. We've got our boost button, we've got all our switches, and then we've got the gear shift as well. So and because I've been naturally driving with my feet ever since I started racing,
that's the way you know. Yeah,
that's the way I know. So I'm just I'm going to have to refine it more and more and more.
Is that the winter to-do list?
Yeah, well, the first port of call is getting the budget to get back on the grid.
Of course.
So it's not cheap, and I get all the budget myself. So working with my partners to see whether they're happy to go again is the first port of call. Deciding what team we go with is another one, and then if we've got the budget to go ahead. We work on braking. Braking is the most important thing. Yeah,
you have to have, Nick. You have to get the budget together because what you've built is not just a reputation from being somebody with a number of physical challenges able to compete on a level playing field in the top racing championship in the UK. I mean, that's not just getting national attention, that's getting global attention. So you're known for doing what you do, but also you've taken it to the next level. And this year in particular, getting people with various disabilities involved in your journey on a race weekend. So you've found your niche in life. This is what you do, Nick.
Yeah, no, thanks, Alan. No, I found my purpose. I believe, when I was an 8-year-old kid, to be brutally honest, I didn't want to be a disabled person. I hated my disability. I didn't want to be different. I didn't understand why I was different to everyone else, and I didn't know what I was going to do in life. And I found my motorsport. My motorsport is what kept me pushing. It's what gave me that grit and determination to overcome the disability. And now I'm racing. It's cool. Obviously I'm not the fastest of drivers. I'm not, to the level of Ash Sutton and Ingram and that sort. But for what I do with my disability, I'm pretty quick and I do a great job. And through my motorsport, it's not just about, trying to win races or get results. For me, it's now trying to bring disabled people into motorsport more, trying to make them feel more valued, make them feel that motorsport accepts people with disabilities, makes them feel like, they potentially have a future in the industry. That's what I've now realized is my purpose, to use my disability, use my platform to inspire others. And if I can get faster along the way, then I will do. And for me, the most important thing is to race as fast and as well as I can, and then bring disabled people along with me on the journey.
You were having a pretty plucky race at the end of the season at Brands Hatch, weren't you? Goodness me.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, it was a good way to finish the season,
wasn't it? Just
yeah. No, it was a good one, Alan. we had nothing to lose, and obviously, you know, to be brutally honest, the Cupras aren't the most competitive of cars.
No.
You know, we've all been struggling in it this year, and to be honest, you know, when the cars were new, even with Team Hard, you know, I think the car struggled for pace, and so we all knew we were up against it, and to have a good race like that at the end of the season was great, especially after coming out off the back of a fire at Silverstone.
Oh, that was horrible. That was a real low, wasn't it? Goodness me.
Yeah, so to come back from that, you know, the team did an amazing job getting it out ready for.
Didn't they just?
And you know, going around the outside of Dan Lloyd at Graham Hill in race 3, and you know, really digging my heels in and making some places was a really good race for us. You know, and it showed me that with all of my disadvantages and, you know, different things that I have in the car, I can be competitive, and I've clearly got, you know, some sort of talent to race with them. So now it's about trying to build on that, trying to get myself some potentially some good equipment, a better car perhaps, get the budget together, and then work on the finer details of the disability to try and minimise the disadvantage.
So what's your time scale for that, Nick? When do things hopefully settle down into place? I mean, obviously, the ideal thing would be that it's already in place by now, but I know that these things don't happen that simply.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I was in a position last year where obviously I took 2024 out.
Yeah.
So I wasn't racing at all. So it wasn't until this time last year that I spoke to Unlimited and ended up, you know, in the seat. And I think I confirmed in February or something.
Yeah.
So it's not like I usually do, which is where I'm already speaking to partners for the next year. Because I had that year out, it's going to take me a little bit more time to see if everybody's on board and ready to go. So far, I've had nothing but, you know, positive feedback. Everyone really enjoyed being a part of me and being on my journey in 2025. And it's that horrible time of year where you know, teams want to know what their drivers are for the season coming. But it's December. People are starting to break up for Christmas or whatever, and so
difficult time. Yeah,
it's a difficult time. So at the moment, you know, there's obviously a question mark as to whether I will be on the grid. I always say this, or I always say it to my friends, you know, I don't think I'll be back, and I'm not sure if I'll be back, and they always turn around and say, you always manage to do it, and you'll always be back. But I'm a realist at the end of the day, so if I can get it done by middle of January, you know, then that would be great, and I'll be ready to hit the ground running in February, March.
I get a slight insight into what you guys go through this year, because I have been blessed in that this show has been sponsored by Autoglim for the last 10 years. And regretfully, they had to tell me towards the end of this year that they weren't going to be able to carry on doing it next year. So I've been in this lovely position, this little bubble where I've got the most brilliant partners involved in making sure that I can do this show. And then all of a sudden I'm thrown into I need to find someone else now, or I can't do it next year. It's not a nice feeling, is it?
No, it really isn't. Firstly, Alan, that's Autoglim's loss not to continue in their sponsorship with you, my friend. But obviously they've done a great job, you know, being a 10-year partner with you.
It's not often you get 10 years out of a sponsor, is it?
Goodness me. It really isn't. So that's
amazing people. Yeah.
So that's great. But yeah, no, I mean, you look at motorsport, you look at BTCC, and you know, one of the best drivers ever in British touring cars taught me this. Gordon Shedden. He said to me that motorsport is 95% disappointment, and you live for that 5%.
Yes.
And with motorsport comes a ton of rejection, whether it's through sponsors, whether it's through not getting the results that you want, you know, and sponsorship is really, really tough. Everybody on the grid, you know, unless you have, you know, a lot of backing, everyone on the grid needs sponsors. and we're so grateful for them. But when you lose one, it's the hardest thing. I think retention is just as hard as getting new partners. It is retaining them and try to show the value. And that's tough. That's tough. So I think it's only natural to lose a sponsor. It doesn't necessarily mean it's something personal.
No.
It can be things to do with business,
company strategy, and all that kind of stuff. Yeah.
You got to take away the personal touch from it, because most of the time it's nothing to do with you, and it's more, potentially new ownership or and strategy of wherever they want to go.
You have to learn a lot to be a racing driver, don't you? Goodness me.
You do. Yeah, you do. It's not just driving the car. I'll tell you that.
That's probably one of the smallest cogs in the whole machine, I would imagine.
Yeah, I mean, we I think I worked it out. It was like you spend I don't know, was it like 30 hours driving the car maybe throughout the year or something like that. But you do 6 months worth of planning.
Yes, yeah.
You're not in the car long in comparison to how much work you put in to get there.
It's just as well we're not in Formula One and we're in British touring cars, because somebody said after the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix at the weekend that the next race in 90 days. That doesn't feel like a very long time to be. Goodness me. What would we do with 90 days?
I know. I mean, to be honest, I wish we had a bit more money in our championship. If I'm being brutally honest, it would make life a little bit easier. I think it would be easier on the teams. It'd be easier on the fans. And I think it would make the races more impactful. I think we'd be able to create more impact generally, more social impact. But we do a great job with what we've got, and we live off passion. And the fans of BTCC are the most passionate fans I've ever seen. They can be the nicest and also the most horriblest types of fans, but that's what keeps the championship going.
But that's a cross section of humanity, isn't it, Nick? I mean, you learnt that when you were growing up. The cross section of humanity is sadly not always nice.
No, not at all. But it builds you. It builds you as a character. But when you're an 18, 19-year-old boy, and all of a sudden you've got all this negativity, it's hard to deal with, I should say, at that young age, because you don't really understand why.
No.
You don't know these people from Adam.
No.
So, and you don't know which of these people are being rude on their comments, and then being nice to their face, to your face. You don't know. So you treat everyone exactly the same, but you just never know, and you never know why. So that's the decision you make to race in motorsport and to be in the public eye in some respects. But it builds you from the outside in, and that's why looking at losing partners and taking rejection, like a punch to the face, and then continuing is a positive thing to have in your tool of in your bag of tools,
in your toolbox. And if anyone, Nick, has the resilience to deal with those, as Gordon Shedden said to you, 95% of difficult times and looking for the 5% of lovely times, then you're the man to cope with it. That's for sure. The idea of coming up to see you doing these passenger rides, and just to say, I had to leave before I got my passenger ride because I had to go off and do a job down at Silverstone, which was really very sad for me, but I'll get the chance to do it. I'm absolutely convinced of it. But it was poignant for me coming along to Donington to see you do it. A, because Donington is a fantastic flowing circuit. B, it was a dry afternoon, so we weren't dealing with the sort of slipping and sliding around the circuit. So I wanted to watch you do what you were doing on your circuit, because it's got that wonderful memory of your best result ever in the BTCC.
Yeah, no, it really does. What a hell of a day that was.
It was amazing.
Yeah, it really was. it was a life-changing day for me. It was so. I learned a lot. I learned a lot through that day.
That day.
Firstly, pardon?
That day. You learned a lot that day. Yeah.
I learned a lot that day. I learned a lot about myself, and I learned a lot about achievements, because, I'm not shy in saying, I've had my fair share of hard times and fair share of people giving me a hard time online or whatever they think of me or who I'm related to, or all these sort of things. And I get my sponsorship myself. I work hard. I graft. I have this disability. I drive the car with a disability. And it gets to a point where you don't know whether you have the talent to do it, whether you're good enough to do it or not, whether your day is going to come. And finally, all the stars aligned in that day, and I drove out of my skin. I did an amazing job. And then I came across the line, and I punched the air, and I was like, wow, it's just amazing. I
think we all did, Nick, to be honest.
Yeah, but what was interesting, Alan, was literally 2 minutes after I punched the air, I was thinking, right, like, now what? Now what do I do? Now I've achieved that. What else do I want to achieve?
How do I better this? Yeah.
And it was almost like, well, I expect myself to achieve this type of result, because I always believed I could do it within myself.
Yeah.
And then, it just made me realize that, achieving everything that you set out to achieve is great, and that's an amazing thing. But it isn't all what it's cracked up to be either, Alan. Like you learn more about yourself in terms of, okay, well, now I've done that, I want to continue racing, but what else can I bring to the table?
What can I do next? Yeah.
How can I continue building on this? Yeah. And so it was a really interesting day, a day that I'll never forget, and especially coming into the pit lane and seeing all my family there.
So this was what I was going to lead on to, because one of my memories of that day and you was me standing down in the pit lane waiting for the car to come back in and watching your dad and the supreme pride that he had in his lad for what he had just achieved. Honestly, if you could bottle that, you'd be a millionaire. He was so proud, and you got the opportunity last week, beginning of last week at Brands Hatch on these passenger days, to give him a little sample of that.
Yeah, no, I did, and my dad is my biggest supporter, but also my biggest critic, and he's seen his baby boy, who was a constant wheelchair user, who was bullied at school, struggled just walking upstairs, and didn't really have a plan or a direction, and all of a sudden racing cars, racing in the pinnacle of British motorsport, achieving that result, and he knows that I've been there through all of Lewis's achievements, and finally it was me punching the air and getting all the recognition for what I did. I think it was a big moment for me, big moment for my dad to experience, and then to put him in the car with me last week was incredible.
Were you nervy? Were you nervy doing your thing in front of your dad?
No, not at all. No, not at all. I've driven touring cars enough. I have enough self-belief in my ability. And he put his trust in me by getting in the car in the first place. And his reaction was, he was like, I don't know where you and Lewis get your talent. And for him to put me in the same box as Lewis, was great. And I could see him looking down, looking at how I drive, looking at what my modifications are like, and I think it really hit home to him, the level of skill that you need to have to drive these touring cars, let alone drive them at speed, and also drive them with cerebral palsy as well, is something quite special. Which
was rather proven to him, because he got the chance to drive the car as well. So you put your trust in him. Was it your car he drove?
So it wasn't the car that I was using that day, but it was my car from this year.
Wow,
He used my chassis. So So yeah, I ended up now passengering with him at Patch, and he drove the car, and we had a couple of spins. We had a spin at Paddock Hill Bend into the gravel.
Hardly surprising.
And a spin at Graham Hill Bend. But I think it just proved to him how difficult the car is to drive. And I was proud of him. My dad doesn't. Before me and Lewis, my dad knew nothing about racing, and he didn't know anything about driving, and we just fell into motorsport. Lewis ended up really good at it. My dad is a great critic and person to tell you that you're doing things wrong, but I think he struggles to do it right himself if he was in the car. But I think it was great to give him that opportunity to see what it's like to drive a proper touring car, and he had the most amazing day.
So were you instructing him? Were you shouting, brake now?
Yeah, absolutely. and the intercom system started to go fuzzy a bit, and so he couldn't hear me, and I was just telling him to brake a bit more, and if he continued to brake a bit more, we wouldn't have spun.
Right.
But he was just getting a bit overexcited. But
sure.
Credit to Unlimited, they did an amazing job. My dad felt so great, and he really enjoyed his time in the BTCC car. So it was a special day.
Oh, that's mega, Nick! Absolutely mega. And thank you for coming on the show. That is mega as well. My final question: how is Nick going to spend Christmas?
So I'm going to spend Christmas at home.
Nice.
I have my wonderful girlfriend that I want to spend Christmas with. Her parents are based up in the north, and mine are down south. So we're just going to try and figure out who we spend Christmas with, or when, or how.
Yeah.
But I'm going to spend it in the UK and have as much family time with her family and my family as I can. That's the plan.
Well, you are rather proof, and particularly what you were just saying about your dad getting the chance to see what you do. You are a family man, and long may it continue. It's absolutely lovely to hear, and I'm so chuffed that you're able to give your dad even more reason to be proud the other week. Absolutely superb.
Thanks,
and Nick, thank you so much for coming on the show. You see, it isn't a full season of Autoglim Tin Top Tuesday without Nick Hamilton. At some stage, even when you weren't racing, we managed to get you on the show to talk about your book last year. So absolutely brilliant, and have a very, very happy Christmas. And we're all keeping our fingers crossed that you can carry on doing what you do in the BTCC next year.
Thanks, Alan. I really appreciate it, mate. And continue doing what you're doing. You're doing an incredible job. And I got so much time for you, Alan. You're the nicest guy in the paddock in my eyes. And you do an amazing job with everything. I saw you doing your commentating on the Macau Grand Prix as well.
I love it.
You absolutely love it, and you're a credit to the industry, buddy. So,
thank you, Nick. You made me go all goosey. And just to let you know, throughout your interview, we've been chatting for half an hour. It's not an interview. It is much more like just a chat. But I've been smiling away because I've followed your career from when you started racing a car. But I've sort of known you around the paddock since you were supporting Lewis in Formula Renault. I remember you as that lad in the wheelchair, that was not going to give up and was going to drive a racing car. And we will do that passenger lap, because that would be everything that I want to see. You doing your thing.
Let's make sure we make that happen.
We will.
All right, buddy.
Definitely. Thank you, Nick, and a very happy Christmas to you. Nick Hamilton here, everybody, on Autoglim Tinsel Top Tuesday.
brings the snow. That is just like to know. It's put a great big smile on somebody's face. So it's Santa brings that sleigh all along the Milky Way. I saw the name of the roof up in the snow that he ladies like to stay. Well, I wish it could be Christmas.
Play that especially for Aaron. There you go, we got it in. And still your emails come in. Hello, Fro. He was an Autoglim image of the week winner, wasn't he? It says, evening, Al. Hope you and your good lady are well. Short one from me this evening. Favourite Christmas song is A Merry Jingle by the Greedies. Half Thin Lizzy, half Sex Pistols for those not in the know. Oh, I'm in the know, Fro. I agree. Absolutely right. However, The Darkness have just released a cover of Mistletoe and Wine, which is pretty awesome. I haven't heard that. I need to have a listen. As usual, please find a Gran Turismo pic attached. This time it's a DTM-themed Fiat Panda I've been slowly trundling round Monza in. Hope everyone has a Merry Christmas. And to those who struggle this time of year, you're not alone. There's always someone who'll listen. Look after yourselves. Take care. With love and hugs from Fro. Your picture is amazing. It always is. Goodness me, just like the Alpha 155, but on a little panda. That is absolutely superb. You always do amazing stuff. And your thoughts about Christmas are absolutely spot on as well. Like I was saying earlier on to Aaron, about me not really wanting to celebrate Christmas very much, and listening to the radio and hearing everybody with their plans and everything. It was, something I wanted to turn off for quite a long time. So you most certainly are not alone. If you're not necessarily looking forward to Christmas, there are so many people that you can chat to. If you just open up and say, actually, I don't really like Christmas, you'll be surprised how many people will listen to you. And maybe eventually, a bit like myself, it will turn around. This one is from Josh and Alice. Says, good evening, Alan. Hope you had you're having a good off season. We could have had a better one. On the way to the BRTC in November, our camper slipped off the road and sustained a lot of damage and wrote it off. Oh no. Both me and Alice were okay, shook up but okay. We ended up taking a tent and got washed out of it. We've got a replacement now and getting ready for the new season. Do you have any large TTT stickers? I took the one off the window, but it's split in half. I hope you have a very happy Christmas and a great new year. See you on the other side. I've sent some photos. I know you like the trucks from Josh. Oh no, but we don't like to see the truck like that. Oh, that's so sad. Oh, goodness. And that was your pride and joy. I know that. Thank you for the photos. And the photos of the trucks racing at Brands Hatch at the Trucks and Fireworks meeting. But I'm sad about your motorhome. I'm glad you've got a new one, and we'll sort you out with a sticker. Don't you worry about that. Andy Bell will make sure we've got stickers for the new year. And of course, to all of those of you that have bought T-shirts and caps and hats over the course of this year, celebrating 10 years with Autoglim, that's part of history now. That's part of Tin Top Tuesday history. And we are going to keep those on sale until the end of this year. So Autoglim are our title sponsors until the end of this season, and that will be on the 31st of December. So if you want to go to puretrackracing.co.uk and search for Tin Top Tuesday, all of our stuff with Autoglim, bit of history of this show, 10 years our partner, all of those things are going to be on sale until the new year. So and then we'll have to think about finding another. It's a difficult act to follow, Autoglim, goodness me, but I will do my very best so that we can keep this show on the road. This one is from Gary. It says, hi Alan, I'm sat here with a nice warming Southern Comfort. How lovely. Listening, and just wanted to wish everyone a very Merry Christmas to you, the drivers, the teams, the mechanics, the merchandise people, and other fans as well. Have a great festive period to the BTCC family. That comes with love and regards from Gary in Leicester. # we are all BTCC. Take care all. Have a fab 2026. Cheers. Thank you, Gary. Thanks for writing in. And Stuart, Barbara and Stuart says, hello, Alan. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a peaceful New Year to you and all of the Tin Top Tuesday listeners. We're looking forward to next season, mainly because this past season was disrupted for us, moving house from Hampshire to deepest Norfolk. We now live in the village of Feltwell and have discovered that we might be the only BTCC fans in the village. Well, you can work on that, can't you, Barbara and Stuart? Hoping to meet you again and trying to persuade you that Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers are worth playing. They most certainly are. You don't need to persuade me of that, Barbara and Stuart.
Ladies and gentlemen,
I am ready.
Go ahead.
You're listening to Auto Glim Tin Top Tuesday for fans of everything with a roof.
Tradition on Auto Glim Tinsel Top Tuesday is that we get the boss man on. I don't mean Father Christmas, but I do mean Lord Gow. Alan Gow, a very good evening to you. How are you? You quite like Lord Gow, don't you?
No, I don't. I find it amusing. I don't know where that ever came from.
Well, I think it might have come from our listeners.
Yeah, anyway.
They all call you Lord Gow in the emails, you know.
It is amusing, but I don't know if I like it, but I think it's amusing.
Well, we shall continue to call it. That's the only way that you are referred to in emails to this show. Mr. Gow, thank you for coming on the show. I really appreciate it.
I know, Lord Gow, please.
Call me Lord. I know this is very much your time of year, so thank you for taking time out. Have you got? I have to ask you first of all. Have you got the tree up?
Actually, we put it up on the weekend.
Did you?
I put it up and decorated it.
Is it a real one?
A real one, which I'm not happy about because for the last 2 years we've had a very good fake one, which is great because you just fold it up and put it away. But this one is just shedding needles everywhere.
Yeah,
so
you see, is it a female thing that they like the real tree thing?
I'm not going to make any sexist remarks on this show, but
yes,
I think you're right. Yeah. I think if it was up to men, the Christmas tree would be fake. It would go up an hour on Christmas Eve and come down on Boxing Day.
Well, it has to come down on Boxing Day anyway. Yeah.
Why?
Christmas is over. It's done.
Done. It has to stay for. Isn't there some 9 days or whatever it has to stay?
It has to stay up until the 6th of January. But I find I quite like all the decorations leading up to Christmas. I think they're quite pretty and I quite like them. But once it's done, we're done. If I had my way,
I agree with that, but I wouldn't get away with taking it down on Boxing Day.
I think it looks rather sad looking at decorations after the great day is finished. If I had my way, I'd take it down Christmas night.
I'm not disagreeing with you. Why don't you suggest that to Anna?
Okay, no, I'm not going to do that. No.
Yeah,
no.
There you go. so shut up and move on.
Yes, you're quite right. What I wanted to do was to bring our listeners up to date with something that obviously they saw all the trophies handed out on the champions podium at the end of Brands Hatch. But we've since handed out a few awards that they won't have seen in person, and that was of course on our Toka Championship Awards night when Daryl and Tom Ingram were jointly crowned the drivers, the Peers Vote Drivers of the Year. Yep. But perhaps more importantly, the Social Media Award went to quite an exuberant Dan Lloyd. Have you ever done a trophy presentation like it?
So, what do I mean, poor Dan? No, Dan knew what he's doing. He earlier in the evening, he collected his independent trophy, and he was a bit under the weather then, and
under the weather,
and it got even worse as the night went on. So by the time, as you know, when it came to giving him his special award, he had no idea what he was doing. He had no idea.
He wrestled you for the trophy.
Oh my God! It was amusing, but I wouldn't have liked to have been inside Dan's head the next day.
No. Well, the last time he got a bit tipsy at the TOCA Championship Awards. He fell downstairs and ended up in a hospital. So I don't know quite how his weekend finished, but
he does like it letting his hair down. So,
he likes to have a celebration, doesn't he? The other thing that we did on the TOCA Championship Awards night was to honour Steve Ryder. That was a poignant moment. His name was etched onto the TOCA trophy.
Yeah, and of course we've celebrated Steve's commitment to the BTCC and broadcasting in general before. At the last race, and I think at Alton Park we did a great photo shoot and a celebration and everything else. So it was a culmination of doing Steve to death, really. But we gave him the TOCA trophy, and a very worthy recipient of it.
It was lovely.
He's just been. Part of the furniture is such a wrong thing to say. He's been part of the success of the BTCC for so long that we'll miss him. Absolutely, we'll miss him.
Yeah, we will. An amazing sense of humour, which very often you wouldn't pick up just from one of his regular television broadcasts.
Oh, he's very subtle,
isn't he?
And the good thing about Steve is that you cannot ruffle him. Whether it be in front of the camera or just catching him on the hoof at awards night or whatever, he is super calm, and he'll come up with a line to suit every occasion with that, just on the spur of the moment. But particularly in front of the camera, when something was going on and timings were going wrong and there's delays and all this sort of stuff, you just wouldn't know with Steve. He would present it so professionally and not a hair out of place. That's what a professional does. He just gets on with it.
He came out with the one-liner because he didn't know that on the TOCA Awards night that he was going to receive an award. He would have had no way of working that out. Although we had him there as a guest, he wouldn't have been sure that he was going to receive the TOCA trophy. Just leading up to talking about Steve, you'd mentioned that Dan Mayo, our championship coordinator for 25 years, was going to become this year not the BTCC coordinator, but the circuit manager for Croft Circuit. And then we moved on to, which was a surprise for everybody in the room. Got a standing
kept secret in the paddock.
It really blooming was, yeah.
It's a secret we've kept all year.
And he's one of my better friends, and I learned it while I was stood on stage.
You know what? If he wants to move on, good riddance. To be honest, we've probably had enough of him. He's done his time. He's had 25 years. He still can't get it right. So, he wants to go and sit at Croft on a cold winter's day, looking at cars driving around. Fine.
Then good luck to him.
Good luck to him. Yeah, he deserves it.
But the beauty of this is that we moved on from that announcement, which was, as I say, a surprise to everybody. And then we moved on to Steve Ryder, and he came up and he got the TOCA trophy, and we gave him the chance to say a few words. And he said, well, what a way to find out I didn't get the Croft Circuit job. which was absolutely brilliant. The way his mind works. Oh, yeah. How would you have ever thought that up?
I wish I was as quick-witted as Steve is.
Absolutely right. Absolutely right. Well, it was a lovely moment, and he'll forever be part of the BTCC family, that's for sure. I was watching... as I'm sure you were as well, the finale of the Formula One World Championship at the weekend. One of our own. It's such a lovely feeling to think that really just 10 years ago, Lando Norris, Formula One World Champion, was in our paddock doing Ginetta Juniors in his first year of car racing, and then doing British F4 as well.
What a segue, because Croft is owned by Trevor and Kate Chater Norris.
There you go.
And Trevor Norris is Adam Norris's cousin. Adam Norris is Lando Norris's father. So there was a direct relationship between Croft and Lando Norris. So
Not a bad little segue, that was it?
That's a great little segue. But yeah, look, we've all known about. We've all seen Lando operating from on our package on Ginetta Junior and then F4, you know, he was a superstar. I mean, he's probably the tiniest driver we've ever had up on the podium. Back in those days, he was not much bigger than an amoeba.
He's in my world, he was a proper sized human being.
Actually, yeah, he was normal size.
yes, he was. But I felt quite proud of that. It's really cool to we did.
It is, and it's like and the previous British world champion before him was Lewis Hamilton, who similarly was came up in the Toka paddock,
and before that, Jenson Button.
Same.
So yeah, it's lovely to see. The other thing that they did mention in the commentary, and I couldn't quite believe this. I mean, so frantic is the Formula One World Championship. They said, "Well, 90 days until the next race." Is it really?
Yeah.
Good Lord!
They don't stop. Yeah, they just don't stop.
Can you imagine if we had
24 weekends? God,
it is quite punishing, isn't it? That schedule.
It's very punishing. Yeah. It is punishing.
We're quite lucky, aren't we?
It as much as people think going off to exotic places is something to behold. It's not. Because you don't see any exotic place, as you know. You go airport, hotel, racetrack. That's it.
Yeah.
And you don't see anything of the exotic places, and you've got to get back as quickly as you can to prepare for the following weekend. It's a really hard grind.
So after they said that, I thought, well, thank you, Mr. Gow. I think I've got a little advert jingle that says, thank you, Mr. Gow. Thank you, Mr. Gow, for giving us a proper winter break, because the idea of 90 days between two BTCC championship years,
too much.
It would be too much, wouldn't it? Yeah.
But of course, don't forget, we only race on 10 weekends at a 52. So you wouldn't want to go any earlier or later than we do anyway.
No.
So
one thing that we are gaining for next year is an extra race day for every championship weekend, isn't it? We're gaining a Saturday race. When did you dream that one up?
I didn't. I can't hold my hands up to this one. It was brought up at the teams meeting. Actually, Pete Osborne from Alliance Racing, Napa Racing. Pete Osborne proposed it at the teams meeting, totally without any foresight from us. We didn't know anything about it. So it was discussed at the teams meeting and agreed. Nearly unanimously amongst the teams to try it, because there is going to be extra costs for the teams to do it and everything else. But they accepted Pete's argument for having a Saturday race, Saturday qualifying race, and so did we. So that's what we're doing. So we've gone from 30 races this year to 40 races next year. Now, that Saturday race is obviously going to be a shorter race than our normal ones on Sunday, and they will go for half points, half full points, if you get what I mean. So they're not a championship race as such, but they still count for championship points.
So if you are totting up race wins in the BTCC, would you include a Saturday race win?
I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't, because it's not a championship race.
Because I was going
to. The championship consists of 30 races in the year. It doesn't. That's a qualifying race. It's a race to set the grid for the first championship race of the weekend.
Because if it was going to count as a BTCC race win, I could see Plato making a comeback next year
just to do one race. It's the same as Formula One don't call the sprint race a Grand Prix.
Yeah.
It's not a championship race.
It's quite exciting, though, isn't it? I mean, it's going to.
It'll put a totally different complexion on Saturday afternoons.
Won't it? Just
it's some people will do well out of it. Some people probably won't, but that's what qualifying is meant to do. And I look forward to it.
Yeah,
it'll give the people that are there on Saturday something extra to look to, but also it'll actually encourage people to come along on a Saturday as well.
They get to see a race.
Yeah, exactly. So no, it was an idea that when Pete proposed it, no one scoffed, and we thought, let's give it a try.
Yeah, so, I can't wait. Really looking forward to it. It's a great.
You'll have to wait.
Yeah, I know. I thought I'd get away with that. Say it quickly enough, and I'll get away with it. But no, can't get anything under your nose, can we? Right. Final question. We know that you are very. We have had the Commander in Chief of Toka's Christmas on the show tonight, Dr. Paul Trafford. Of course, he's talked about the 5,000 bulbs that he's got on his Christmas tree this year, and all that kind of.
Only 5,000.
Yeah, I know, only 5,000. He's let the side down, hasn't he? Goodness me, 5,000.
God, knowing how much he loves Christmas, I'm surprised it's not more.
2 days it takes him to dress the Christmas tree.
Oh, he loves it. That's his favourite time of the year.
It really is. So as you are essentially. Maybe...
I bet you he won't be taking the tree down. By the way.
No, he won't. Despite the request from the rest of the family, that will stay up until the bitter end, when at the end of January the 6th. But what are you doing for Christmas? I know it's not your favourite time of year, but you do have a Christmas, don't you? What are you planning?
We go down to the pub,
which is perfect.
There's a local pub. Cooking at Christmas and all that stuff is way too stressful.
Yeah,
there's a pub local to us who specialises in steaks and meats and everything else, and it does a fantastic Christmas lunch. Not the normal plated turkey and all that sort of stuff.
No.
It's everything. It's hard to describe, but it's just the best Christmas lunch I've ever had.
Now, I have joined you for a Christmas lunch at said pub, and I can describe it. I have the words for it. It is a festival of meat.
It is a feast,
isn't it? Just
it is a feast of meat.
It is a Christmas feast
with the odd vegetable stuck underneath them.
Pointless.
It is huge. It's a massive a massive platter of meat and vegetables comes out into the centre of the table, and everyone just hoes into it. It's great.
It's brilliant.
That's what we're doing. I think you're joining us again.
I most certainly will be. Yeah, I wouldn't miss it for the world. Absolutely brilliant way.
You can't wait.
I'll have to wait. But I don't have long. I don't have to wait that long, do we? It's a couple of weeks away.
Sleeps?
Oh no, I wouldn't know that. I haven't got Traff's app.
You should have can.
No, you're right.
So you got how many sleeps it is?
Yeah, it plays a little Christmas jingle.
This is a man that makes life and death decisions on people, and he has a Christmas app in his pocket.
He thoroughly embraces Christmas, and let him forever do it. I know you said.
Of course.
I know you said this year that you thought we had peak Christmas.
I think we have until I saw what you sent through.
I think there's something else coming next year.
Is that the thing that you sent through?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
And that would be peak Christmas. He must have been gutted when he saw that.
He was very excited, I have to tell you. Santa in a helicopter is going to make an appearance.
Oh my God!
I'm afraid so. What else can we do? And the weird thing about Santa in an inflatable helicopter, there's also a penguin. When did a penguin become a traditional Christmas animal?
Well, it's not even. I don't know. It's not even North Pole, is it?
No,
penguins are South Pole.
Yeah,
that's a good point.
So this year, if you have a look around the shops, they are full of penguins.
Is it really?
Yeah, Christmas penguins. And in fact, in one shop, there were a couple of acrylic penguins, and it said on the box, traditional Christmas penguin set.
Well, it's not traditional.
No, it's not. It's the worst use of the word.
I've never seen that.
No, exactly.
Yeah, I've never seen a penguin at Christmas time.
No.
That's weird. Is it some movie or cartoon or something?
I've absolutely no idea.
There'll be a reason for it.
There will be a reason, but to describe it as traditional, I think is a bit of a stretch. to be fair,
I just created the tradition.
Yes. So we can use whatever word we like. It doesn't matter if it's right or wrong. Lord Gow, thank you very much indeed for joining us.
Look, it's my pleasure. I'd like to wish all the listeners a very Merry Christmas and a really happy and safe New Year. And thank you for all your support for the BTCC and for your enthusiasm for it. It really is fantastic. And we look forward to seeing your trackside in 2026.
Can't wait.
Yes, you can.
Alan Gow, thank you very much indeed. Boss man of the BTCC, Alan Lord Gow, here on Autoglim Tinsel Top Tuesday.
How can you clean that shirt you just bought? How can you clean those footy shorts? How you gonna clean that out of your skirt? How you gonna clean that grime and dirt? Thanks to you, Mr. Gow. Thanks to you, Mr. Gow. We look brand spanking new. 'Cause you clean the stains and you clean the muck. You get the whole family looking like $1,000,000.
I've boosted its performance and added a fabric softener. Right, let me know what you think.
Thanks to you, Mr. Gow. You should see them be, 'cause they look so clean when we put a little gals in the washing machine. Thanks to you, Mr.
Gow. See, I said there was a jingle. If you're wondering, in Australia, that's an advert for Gow's washing powder. Seriously. Oh, wow. What a feel-good show. I promised you it would be a feel-good festive show, didn't I, eh? Superb. If that doesn't put you in the mood for Christmas, I really don't know what will.
Oh, I can't wait.
A couple more of your messages. Neil from Lower Bromley, otherwise known as Catford, says, hi Alan, just wanted to say I'm loving this Christmas edition and love your interview with one of my favourite drivers, Nick Hamilton. He is amazing and really choked me up at times. It's been a tough year for me, Alan, but you are brilliant and such a down-to-earth guy. I'm not, and not only am I looking forward to next year's BTCC, but also next year's Tin Top Tuesday. Thank you, Neil. I hope you find a new sponsor soon. So do I. Take care and have a great Christmas. And thank you for always making me smile when I hear your voice, Neil. It makes me smile when I get your emails. So thank you to you and to everyone that messages into the show and agree 100% with what you said about Nick. He's a totally top bloke. You see, all top blokes on the show today. And this one from William. Good evening, Al. A very Merry Christmas to you and all the wonderful BTCC fans. I recently turned 18 and had one of my best presents ever of becoming a racing driver, passing my ARDS test. Well done. Super excited to see what will happen in my MG Championship. Off to Snetterton for some testing on Sunday. Can't forget the time. It was so dry the grass had practically lost its colour. Have a great season, everyone, and God bless you all. Enjoy all the mince pies. Thank you from William. William, well done. You've started on your career, passing the ARDS test. There we go. Step number 1, tick.
It's just the same.
Thank you, everyone, for tuning in tonight to our little dose of festive frivolity here on Autoglim Tin Top Tuesday. Can I say a massive thank you to Autoglim, to Mark and to Paul and everyone at Autoglim for being the best partners I could have possibly asked for the last 10 years. Really sad that next year I won't be saying it's Autoglim Tin Top Tuesday, but you'll always be our friends. And after speaking to Mark tonight, it's reciprocal. Thank you so much, Autoglim. You have just been brilliant.
I'm driving home for Christmas.
And thank you to all of you for your messages throughout, not just tonight, but throughout the season. if we haven't got to your message tonight, I apologise. We got through as many as we possibly could, but keep in touch with us before we get the season underway for next year, for Toca Live and for Tin Top Tuesday as well. You can keep in touch with us on all of our social media channels, on Facebook, on Instagram, at Tin Top, TikTok. Just search for Tin Top Tuesday and you can get in touch with us directly, or you can send us an email. We monitor the email traffic. If you're listening on the podcast at btcc.net/live-audio, you can still email us, studio@tintoptuesday.com. We will close the entries for Autoglim Image of the Week, and we've had some beauties in already, but we'll close that on Christmas Day. I think that's the best thing to do. We'll close it at the end of Christmas Day. So on the 25th of December, we'll close it and we'll work out which was the best image of the week for our final Autoglim Image of the Week competition. And a big package of Autoglim joy to keep your car looking absolutely tip-top condition here on Autoglim Tin Top Tuesday. So hopefully you all feel good after that. I certainly do. Thanks to Laura for doing all the social media things and everything this evening. Waves from the corner of the studio. Thank you to all of you for your support and your emails and messages and all of those kind of things. And it only remains for me to say, have a very, very Merry Christmas, everybody, and a very Happy New Year. And one more thing. Night-night.
He's gone 2,000 miles. It's very far. The snow's falling down. Gets colder day by day. I miss you. The children will sing. He'll be back at Christmas time. In these frozen and silent nights, sometimes in a dream, you appear outside under the purple sky, diamonds in the snow sparkle. Our hearts were singing. It felt like Christmas time. 2,000 miles is very far through the snow. I'll think of you wherever you go. He's gone 2,000 miles. It's very far. The snow's falling down. Gets colder day by day. I miss you. I can hear people singing. It must be Christmas time. I hear people singing.